Hi everyone, it's Afsana. In this video, I'll talk about the definition of science for me and some of the translation issues related to the word science. But let me first inform you about the time that I've spent on philosophy this week. I spent 2 hours for the readings in this desk and more than 2 hours for the videos that I listen, just like podcast. Yeah, let's get started. My research ends with the definition of Richard Feynman's science definition. In the video, he says that for scientific method, you need a good guess. I call it curiosity plus prediction, and then you have to compute all the consequences related to this guess, and then you need to compare this consequences with experiment, which is basically nature. In his words, he says that to accept an idea as a science, you need at the end of the process, it really needs to match with nature, with experiment. And if it doesn't match, it's not science. And it brings some issues with this formula because obviously philosophy doesn't match with this formula. You may say that, but we agreed on that philosophy is not science. But since the day we discussed this topic at class, I had a huge gap in my mind. I actually couldn't accept the fact that philosophy is not science. Then randomly I made a translation in my mind. I realized that actually philosophy is science in my native language. For years, I accept philosophy as science in my native language, but in English, we say that philosophy is not a science. But I ignored this idea because obviously, I thought that if it doesn't match in English, it means that it will not match in other languages too. However, when I was reading a article in Stanford Encyclopedia, it was written that there is a word in German language. Let me read the word. It is Wissenschaft. Please ignore my pronunciation. But this word means science in German language, and it basically includes social and natural sciences plus humanities, and obviously philosophy is a humanity, and philosophy is a science in German language. Then it means that the definition in German language for the word science is different. For the German word, it is aimed to acquire the best possible understanding of people, nature, and human society. From this information, we can get that science differs to language. And for some nations, for some people, philosophy is included to science, such as my native language. And yeah, it doesn't match with Feynman method, but it is the possible answer that I can get for myself. So thank you for watching this video. If you have further questions, please ask me.